Hey, welcome. I am your man, Kadon Sterling. This is Cars, Golf, and Cigars. And we are absolutely going to have a cigar conversation today while we burn this 10th anniversary Perdomo Reserve Champagne. All right? And I want to get into a conversation with y'all today about the car industry and really the decline of the car industry. Why it's failing and why it might not pick back up until 2022, going into 2023. So sit right there. I thank you for being here. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, people? What's happening? Shout out to Mogul Golf Apparel, all right, which is a company and a brand I developed many years ago because I'm a golf enthusiast, not a great golf player, but a golf enthusiast, you know what I'm saying? And for all the merchandise, you can definitely go to my new Etsy store. The link for the new Etsy store is going to be in the description, basically for this episode, Mogul Mindset store at Etsy for all my entrepreneurs, all my people that just want to wear something that actually makes them feel good when it comes to business, and it embodies their personality as a business person, whether male, female. I have a lot of things on there, so go check me out on Etsy. All right, the link will be in the description. Now, all right, one more time. All right, Champagne, 10th anniversary, Perdomo. All right, Nick Perdomo is a manufacturer that really has his thumb all over the cigar industry. Great manufacturer. I really like his stuff. I really do. It's not too many Perdomos I've had I didn't like. You know, just like it's not too many Rocky Patels I've had I didn't like. I just had a 15, Rocky Patel number 15 last week, which was an excellent stick, right? But right now it's all about this 10th anniversary. So while we get into this, let's burn this first. Let's get this sparked up. It's already pre-cut. You know I'm big on the pull, big on the draw. Now to get this out the way, because people need to know. This stick right here, it's a Nicaraguan blend when it comes to tobacco, and also an Ecuadorian Connecticut leaf. So the texture of it is great because it's smooth. This is very smooth. I'm telling you right off the first pull. I've never had this one before. Smooth, very smooth stick. I like it. So far, we only started it, so let's get through the first third and we'll talk more about this right here. All right, but the main reason why I wanted to have this conversation with y'all is because of the automotive industry and the decline of it. And the biggest thing is, I mean, I'm not the only one who noticed it, but the biggest thing is these damn computer chips, right? These chips for these cars are not available. Now, a lot of people can blame it on the pandemic, which is true. Another part of it happened in Texas early last year when Texas went through their big winter storm in February, because a lot of the manufacturers that was making the chips were in Texas as well. 70% of all the chips are made in Taiwan, right? So 12% are made basically here in the United States, and a lot of it has to do with Texas, which caused a lot of car manufacturers not to continue to make their vehicle because they didn't have what it takes to complete the vehicle. And you're telling people now they gotta wait not 2 or 3 weeks, but 2 or 3 months to basically get a car they have already done allocations on. A lot of people don't want to do that. So, who came up with a beautiful idea? Tesla. Elon Musk He got brains, okay? He came up with a way that his company was not going to take a L. His company decided we're going to just redo our software for our cars, for the Tesla. We're not going to take an L though. We're going to redo the software to align and work with alternate chips. So if we could do that, we don't have to hold our cars in production. We don't have to shut down assembly lines and make it where people can't get cars from us, like GM, Ford, BMW, Mercedes. Everybody slow down. Take a look around you. Just the other day, I went past a BMW dealership in New York, and they had a Jeep Cherokee outside for sale on the used car lot. Like, not saying it's impossible, but you rarely would see American vehicles with a German product, with a German brand for sale at their dealerships because they're out of cars. How many of us have got emails from the dealers? We want to buy your car back. We want to buy your car back. We want to buy your car back. I get them about 2 or 3 times a week. So I'm sure other people get them too. And it's the best time to resell your car because the dealers, the manufacturers, they look at their car lots. They're skinny, they're empty, there's nothing there. Okay, I just did a review on an X3 competition, M Sport, at Gwinnett Place. That's, those are my people. Shout out to Sterling Saunders. And it's bone dry. So if you have any car, now before it was just, they was buying back all BMWs. Now is if you have any car, they want it. Because the damn chips. Now, the importance of this is real simple. As I take another sip of this right here. The importance of this is simple because it's not that the chips are not available. The chips are not available to industries that are not selling. The chips are available to industries that are selling. The automotive industry took a hit about 40% last year. They came back up and then they went back down. But the cell phone industry didn't go anywhere. See, with people being home, people not having anything to do, people had to quarantine, what did they do? Wi-Fi's went up, of course, rates went up. All electronics sold. Cell phones, tablets, all kind of laptops, everything sold because people wanted communication. The situation with Zoom took off. You can't Zoom if you ain't got a computer, but you don't got to use a car to go nowhere. Everybody working from home. All kind of jobs is offering all kind of incentives to stay home. So everybody bought into things and items that were going to be more at use for them while they was home. Cars were not as important. So the car industry had to take a back burner to the people actually making the bits, the chips, like 1 bit square or 1 square bit. I don't want to say their name wrong, but that's a major company that makes a lot of these chips for the car industry, but they also make them for everything. So they're not selling to the car industry right now. We'll get to you when we get to you when you are actually in more demand. You're not in demand. The tech companies are in demand. So the tech companies are going to get the chips before the automotive industry will get them. Which goes back to what I said before, less cars being sold. So the industry is basically taking a hit. I spoke to a good friend of mine, a sales associate, and he was telling me how he was doing anywhere between 15 to 25 cars a month. He's down to like 5 or 7. That's a big drop. A big drop. That's major, I want y'all to think about that for a second. I got a couple of things I want y'all to look at, and then we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. I wanted you to see that for yourselves. Just a little bit of chart work that I did so y'all can actually see what I'm talking about. Gonna pause for a tea. Yeah. Now we back. All right, now let's get back to it. And this is the main reason why the auto industry has went down in production sales. But, like I said, not everybody went down. Not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Last year alone, between last year and now, all right, let's take it like that. Elon Musk has done over 200,000 cars in sales, not amounts in money-wise, just actual individual car sales. 200,000 new Teslas have been bought within a year's time. That's a lot of cars, man. That's a lot of cars. Now, people may say, is it or is it not? Yeah, for electric cars, fully electric cars, that's a lot of cars. You think about it, 10 years ago, GM was probably the leader in electric cars, and we wasn't even fully autonomous at the time, right? Now, GM is barely third or fourth, you know, so they're doing a whole complete overhaul. The CEO over there, I forgot the lady's name, so I apologize, but the CEO over there at GM, she's doing a whole complete overhaul of the company because the bottom line is they're not competing in that industry. And look at everything that's happened with all the bad weather. What happens? Can't get any oil. Electric cars are the only ones on the streets moving. I said it on a couple of my episodes further back. It's the way. It's the way of the future. And for, you know, guys like myself who actually like a good V8, you know, even a V6 turbo or inline 6, which shout out once again to BMW for that X3 M Sport competition that I was just driving earlier today, which is an inline 6 turbo. It's gonna be a thing of the past, you know. But the biggest thing is, how do we get around these chips? I don't think you can. It's another reason why you can't get. It's hard to get PlayStation 5s. It's hard to get the new Xboxes. It's hard to get certain things because these manufacturers, like I said earlier, that make the chips for the auto industry also make them for every other industry. And every car, especially today's cars, are ran by these damn chips. They are ran by the chips, man. You know, whether it's to make sure the car can stop, whether it's the airbag deployments, whether it's the info systems, all the safety and security, all of that is ran by chips. A car may have 50 chips in one car. But if the car manufacturer can only get his hands on 10, how you going to build the car? How you going to satisfy the customer? How you going to satisfy the supply and demand? You can't, you know? So that's why if you're trading in your car right now, it's a damn good time to do it because you're going to get the best price for it. Big shout out once again. I know I'm switching topics to Nick Perdomo. I like this champagne. I like Connecticut's. I'm not a big Maduro guy unless it's like nighttime and there's bourbon, whiskey, cognac involved. You know what I'm saying? But this one right here, this champagne, this 10th anniversary, I would even go so far as to say that if you're not an enthusiast cigar smoker, this right here would still be great for you. I'm not going to call it a beginner's stick. Some people might, but it's not bad. And you got to think about something else when you get a Perdomo. You know that they leaves are aged for over 5 years before they even get rolled. 5 years, they will let these leaves sit before they even roll them. That is what you call commitment to excellence. So big shout out to Nick Perdomo for this right here. This champagne one, I could do a box of these. So if somebody knows him, I've never met Nick, I'm trying to meet him in Vegas for the cigar convention, tell him I need a box. Cars, golf, and cigars. All right, now back to what we were saying. How do you get around these chips? Like I said, you can't. You have to wait. They have to wait. So if this is a great time for anyone who wants to actually resell one of their used cars, if you have a 2012 and up, you can get a great price at the dealerships now. Now, everybody knows that when you take your car to a dealer, they give you damn near nothing for the car because they're looking for every reason to buy it low so they can resell it at the used car spots and sell it higher. So they're looking for every reason to do that. Now, they're looking for every reason just to get your car at your hand so they can have a car to sell because where's the money at? The money is in used cars. The money is not in new car sales. It's in used car sales. all right? Because that's where your margin is at. That's your profit margin. So they can buy a used car, buy it for whatever, try to double their money. But when it's a new car, it's already coming stickered from the manufacturer. That's what it is. And people still gonna try to get something off of this. That's why they offer so many rebates. So they don't have to take such a big hit. And they can make the car look presentable and make it look enticing for you to buy. So that's my advice right now. If you're into, or if you're trying to resell a vehicle, do it now, because this is the best time to do it, because of the industry is sales-wise, they're not making a lot of money. And the only reason why, they don't have a lot of supply. They don't have the supply to fill the demand. All right? I'm your man, Kadon Sterling. This is Cars, Golf, and Cigars. Tell everybody about us. Tell everybody about us, and tell them to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget the merchandise is on Etsy. Mogul Mindset store on Etsy. And hit the link in the description. It should take you straight there. Definitely. Whatever you purchase helps out the channel tremendously. And I'm sure there's a lot of things there that you're going to like. All right? Shout out to all my golf people and people that support Mogul Golf Apparel. People that support USH, United States Hustler Apparel. And everybody, man. I'm just really grateful and I'm really thankful. All right? I'll see y'all on the next episode.